crown of the sleeve, you have to use the biggest stitch on your sewing machine. If your domestic machine doesn't have a big stitch, you're not going to be able to gather this properly, okay? You have to do it with a very big stitch. And you're only going to put that stitch in the seam allowance, not outside where you will see it, but in the seam allowance, somewhere in that centimeter, as close as possible, but not so that when you attach the sleeve you're going to see the stitch. And it only goes on the crown. Make sure you don't reverse. If you want to show this to everyone.
So it is right on the one side.
No, it's a little bit inside. Even by a millimeter is fine, just to make sure you don't, that you sew inside that when you're attaching the sleeve so you don't see it.
Да, хорошо. Я тебе.
I'm going to do this twice. So once this group has seen what I did, can you please let the other people come forward and have a look as well? I'm going to gather the crown. Okay. On the inside of the sleeve, you're going to gently pull the thread and it's going to pick up the thread from the other side. And you can have both on the same surface. Now the thread that was originally on the same side, you're going to start pulling that. Unless your fabric is very thick, this should not be a problem at all. If it is a problem, it could be the case where either the tension is not right or your stitches are not big enough. distribute this with your nails. Just to make sure that it's spread out so that you have more on the top and less where you start. It has to start from nothing and gradually you ease. And the top has the most amount of ease so that it has that shape of the sleeve crown. You can put a stitch over this, you don't have to if you're quite confident with your sewing. This should really stay in place. But if you feel like you're still struggling with attaching your sleeve to your jacket, then once you've done this with a normal size stitch, you just stitch over the same line of stitching and it should kind of keep your gathers in place. They still move, okay? Even if you sew over it, they'll still move a little bit. Once you're perfectly happy with it, you know it's going to fit your armhole, then we're going to put the sleeve head roll. I'll just do the other one. Where is the